G'day everyone, it's great to be back up in the New South Wales Riverina region, fishing in the Colombo Creek. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now this creek behind me, this is the Colombo Creek. All I've ever caught here is carp. Upstream I've caught crayfish and redfin from time to time, but all I've ever caught in this spot is carp, but I'm determined to prove that there's more in here than just carp. But if all I catch is carp, well, I'm going to be okay with that because carp fishing is fun, all fishing is fun. Let's get the lines in the water and see what we can catch. Right now, rod number one is a running sinker rig with quite a large bean sinker. And I'm going to put that over there in front of those reeds. It's quite windy up here today, so if there's a bit of background, bit of wind noise, I do apologise. Other noises you are likely to hear today are kids giggling because I've got both the girls with me. I've got the ever so shy and quiet Sky and the buff-head ratbag extrovert Holly. Right, so I've got a running sinker rig with worms on that rod, paternoster rig with worms on this rod. The water's higher than normal, the grass is longer than normal. Let's play the waiting game and see if I can catch a fish in the Colombo Creek. Fish on. I'm on. Loretta just made me a sandwich. I've sat down to eat my sandwich and hooked up straight away. So I've got a mouthful of food and a heap of mud marlin, not even big. Ah, there we go. I've got a mouthful of salad roll. And the first fish of the day, been here probably 10 minutes on the running sinker rig. Oh, he just got off too, look at that, beauty. There's a carpio. I'll go and get a photo. Right, now I've dispatched that carp. Now I'm going to put my running sinker rig straight back where it was, which is just out there in front of those reeds a little bit. Now I'm going to return to my salad roll. I had one bite out of it. I just sat down after putting my second rod in and hooked up straight away. Right. We haven't been here long, but the rods have been in the water probably 10 minutes at the most, and we've already got one fish on the board, and it's a carp. Just had another nibble on the paternoster rig. On the running sinker rig, I'm still not even halfway through my bread roll. Now I'm getting a nibble on the paternoster rig. It's all happening. Whoa, both rods are going at once here. That looks like a carp bite. Still there. Very carpy, and got him. It was very carpy. Yep, another carpio. Oh, the other rod's getting a bite too. Oh, I filmed a daily double here once. I had two and got him. This isn't the first time this has happened to me here. I've got two on at once. Hang on, can you get the land on that? Can you get the land on that? I've got Loretta here with the landing net. She's going to help me out. Look, if you put the net in, we'll just net them both at once. And put and this one. Look at that. The daily double. Oh dear, I'll get a daily double photo. That's funny. Right, it's like deja vu, putting my lines in for the first time. But it's not the first time, I've caught three fish. Right, the running sinker back over there, and I put the paternoster back where it was. This spot is traditionally a bit of a carp hotspot. In fact, that's all I've ever caught here, and I normally catch a few here. I would be surprised. How do I word this? I'm not expecting to catch any other species here. It would be unexpected if I catch anything else other than a carp, but I wouldn't be totally surprised. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Oh, there's one on here. Got him. Well, this one might be a bit bigger than the last two. Got a bit of drag happening here. The last two were quite small fish, but this one's quite a bit heavier. That's a mirror carp. That's a catfish. That's a huge, big catfish. It's a big catfish. I'm so impressed. You beauty. Something different than a carp out of the Colombo Creek. I caught my first ever catfish at Colombo Creek. I caught my second ever catfish at Lake Lascelles only a few months ago. And now I've caught another catfish. That is so good. You ripper. Can you get a photo of me with it? I am so happy with this catfish. Catty, see you later, mate. That catfish is gone, and I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to see that. I caught my first ever catfish right here in the Colombo Creek. It was upstream about 30 or 40 kilometres in the Colombo Creek about 10 or 15 years ago, and I've never seen one since. This is the first one I've seen since then. I know they're here, but they're not here in great numbers. Without exaggerating, I've probably caught 150 carp since I caught my last catfish, and it's great to catch something different than a carp, and it's always great to catch a catfish. I think they are protected in these streams. I hope they are, because there's not very many of them around. I'm so excited. Right, now I'll put this line back in. Holly just said, what's the best way to catch catfish? And I said, well, you put a bowl of milk out on the bank here and you just wait for them to come out and grab a drink. She didn't really, I just made that up. I'm so excited. I've been wondering the last few years, I wonder whether there's even still any catfish in here. Well, I've just answered that now. I've got 2 fresh Jan Juck worms on. That catfish was caught just out there, pretty much right on the edge of the current. Well, I can hear. Which one of you kids has got the hiccups? Ooh, got him. Oh, he's on. It's on like He's a bit bigger too. Oh, this is a bigger carp or another catty. Sure, that'd be wishful thinking, catching 2 catfish. I'm just giggling at Holly having the hiccups. It is another carpio. It is another carpio. Where's me nettio? Holly's sitting there, I'm watching me rod get nibbles, and I can hear his the other rod's getting a bit of a nibble here. This is the biggest carpio for the day. In the net and got him. Ha-ha. I'll get my phone and get another peek. Yeah, sit just like that. Just sit there while I go grab my phone, mate. Loretta's on. You're reeling it in, that's the drag. Is it snagged? I'll get these off. It's off the snag? Yeah. Oh wow. That one, you got a good hook set on that one. Must have bit hard, did it? Well, there is going to be some pretty happy ants around here when we leave today, because they're already getting into them carp. I'll put this one back first, the one that Loretta reeled in, because that stick didn't steal too much bait, thankfully. I'll put the other one back in. I might put a fresh worm on this one. Here we go. Got him. On like Hong Kong. Every time I hook a fish now, I hope it's going to be another catty. It is another catty. I'm not even joking. It's a really dark one. Can you grab the landing net for me? Sorry. That's 2. The catfish daily double. I reckon it's been 15 years, I just worked out, since I caught my last catfish here. And I've been here every year, a couple of times every year since. And now I've just caught 2. Wow, maybe it's something to do with the wet summer we're getting. Awesome. Can you get me phone? This one's a bit smaller than the first one, but look at the beautiful colours on it. Go on. That is so awesome. 2 catfish. Big fist pump, you beauty. Right now, I put my line back in. To say I'm excited is an understatement. I fish here regularly. I fish here a couple of times a year, and that's the first catfish I've seen for 15 or so years, and I thought they might have been gone, but I reckon I just worked out what the problem is. Normally, I've just had normal worms. This time I've got Jan Juck worms. It's the Jan Juck worms. Convinced it is. Got him. That's a carp. Look at it. It's gone way over there. That's a big, oh, mud mullen. This could cause me a few problems. It's it's in the drag. It's bloody half out of Gerildery. I can't stop it. I don't even know if I'm going to get this fish in. It's just, I've got 8-pound line on here instead of the normal 6. Maybe, hopefully there's no snakies over here in this green grass. If I can widen the angle a little bit, I might be able to get it back. Oh my God, it's hard to pull it upstream. It's coming up around those reed beds. It's very close to those reeds. I've just got to hope that it can, here we go. No, it's wrapped around them weeds. It's reading me up. The red is on my other rod there. Have I had another bite on that rod, have I? Here we go, it's out. It's out of the reeds. The moment this hit, it just took off. I've noticed the catfish, and I've only ever caught 4, 2 of which were today. They don't normally pull down a bit more like a yellow belly. They don't just go right across the creek like carp do. This is a big kahuna, this one. Now it's decided to go upstream for a look around. Now it's going back downstream. Now it's just there. Well, it's not the biggest carp I've ever caught, but it's certainly a lot bigger than anything I've caught today. You're going to net it for me. I've got my chief of net operations here on the job. That's big. I've caught bigger, but I reckon this has got to be up in the 60s. £8 platypus line I'm using here. There's no point trying to net him until he's a bit worn out. That's right. Keep an eye on that rod. If it doesn't matter if the bait gets taken off it, just as long as the rod doesn't get pulled in, it should be right. Here he goes, head first then. Got him in the net. Is it heavy? Big. Yeah, big. I might get a measurement. I'll get a tape measure and I'll measure it. Folks, you're not going to believe it, a 3rd catfish, the catfish hat trick. I'm not even kidding. I missed the hook up, and I'll tell you why. I was just disposing of that carp, or dispatching that carp that we just caught, or that I just caught. Loretta took a photo of me, I was putting it out of its misery, and then Loretta said, there, and this rod almost got pulled in. I won't get a photo of this one, I'll just unhook it and put it back. I've got 2 ripper photos. This place is catfish central. Not usually, but it is today. I got a wet foot. Look at the beautiful colours and markings on that catfish. Wow. Catty, say hello to mate. I don't know whether there's been a population explosion of catfish in the Colombo Creek, or if I've just found a school of them. Do they even school? I don't know, but I wasn't expecting this when I got here. One of them was a very pleasant surprise, 2 blew my mind, and 3, well, that's off the charts. Unreal. Well folks, I'm going to wind this up now. We've been here an hour and a half. I've caught a heap of carp, 3 catfish. It's just been wonderful. I'm going to stop filming now, but we're going to keep fishing and have a bit of family fun with the camera off. This has just been amazing. These catfish is just such a welcome sight. I'm so happy to know that they're still in the Colombo Creek. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, want to give the video a big fat thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.